Good morning, and good morning from Patch and I as we go for a wee walk. There is some sunshine creeping out today, and it's the calm before the storm. There's a storm coming to us here in Scotland. It's been a really beautiful few days. I had a couple of really lovely client sessions yesterday, and I was on the Linda G show, which was just fantastic to meet her again, and then to share. My guides were guiding me to share more about the nature of reality and dimensions and how we create our reality. So there's some hello morning sun. And I had the morning off yesterday, which was fantastic. So I spent the time setting up my office for being able to do client sessions and podcasts there, because there's more sunshine and air and there's a window and everything. So that's really lovely to experience. It took a couple of hours to set up, but it was fun. I must admit, I totally geek out on it. And it also really, when I've basically created like a setup that's identical to what I have in my studio, because I want all the sessions to be of equally high good quality. And so as I've done that, it makes me realise I don't know how I managed to get such a good sound quality in the studio, and so replicating it in another room is a lot of geeky fun. But yeah, it's all set up, and I'm now busy. In fact, I have my first client session in my office very shortly, within the next hour, so excited for that. That'll be a fun experience. And it was fun doing the little podcast yesterday on self-love. If you haven't seen that, please do check it out. And yeah, I was just loving, and thank you for not only all your kind, beautiful comments on my YouTube channel, but also I was looking at the comments on the video I did yesterday with Linda G, and it's just so lovely. If you haven't seen it, please do take a look. I shared it on my community page as well on YouTube. So yeah, please check it out, take a look, see if it resonates with you or not. Let us know your thoughts. Because when it was actually here last night that I was walking just before I did the recording with Linda, and I was chatting with my guides and looking up at the night sky, and my guides are saying, "John, you've got to tell them all your truths." And I was like, "All of them?" And it's like, yeah, share everything you know about, the realities you create and dimensional bubbles, and how this world will eventually split, but for now there'll be coexisting bubbles and timelines of third, fourth and fifth dimension, and you get to choose which one you're in. It's like, oh wow, this is all a lot. But it was just a really lovely experience to do so. I really enjoyed that. And then today is a straightforward day. I have 2 client sessions, so one in the morning in my office, and then I'll heat up my studio and do that one in the I think it's like 3 p.m. my time or thereabouts. It's that slot, and then I'll be live with the amazing Binnie at 4:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. and that's me for the day, which is good, nice and balanced. It's funny, I was looking at my calendar, and my calendar says, "Hey John, you're going to create a guided meditation," and I was like, "I am." Oh, Patches doing his thing, and it's like, I can't create a guided meditation as well as doing a client session in the morning, so I'm going to move that to another slot. I quite enjoy doing it the weekends actually, because I have early in the morning I have lots of time, and then also just the energy feels really good to be able to do it then. Okay, getting better at one-handed poo pickups. Although I don't know if what you saw on the camera is just like flying around. Okay. Hopefully it's not too discombobulating. And then tomorrow, just one client session, which is great. I enjoy doing those. then I think I have the weekend off. And depending on the storm that comes, I think it's like saying somewhere between 40-mile-an-hour winds and gusting up to 80, which would be very fast, very strong. And I don't know if you really pick it up from the videos, but the area that we live is very very sheltered. And although there's lots of trees around us, they're at a little bit of a distance in the offer. You can see them just at the end of the street here. These big, beautiful, are they conifers and pine trees? I'm not sure what all their names are. You'd think after living here for over, well, around the trees for over 10 years, probably about 12 years. You'd think I'd know the names, maybe I should Google it. So, yeah, we're quite sheltered, but depending on what the storm brings will also influence what we're up to at the weekend. But nothing major planned, just some family visits, and that'll be good fun. Maybe I'll get a chance to create a big hole in the wall of my music studio so I can have an air vent. It was my father-in-law who kept saying, "You really should." I would do the impression. He's basically it's where the voice of Dawn comes from, is my father-in-law, or my impression of him, should I say. And he was just saying, "John, you've got to have air in your studio if you're going to spend hours there." So he's absolutely right. So yeah, I'll definitely do that. So yeah, let me know how you're doing now that we're into January and 2025 has kicked off, and all kinds of I just describe it as craziness going on around the world, and yet also a feeling of hope, and that we can create a new world together that's much more filled with our love, and really enjoy a much happier life should we choose it, should we choose to create it. And we all get to create it in our own individual way, right? We all get to choose what action we take, what emotions we feel. I know it doesn't always feel like that, and I know that many of us are subject to lots of traumatic experiences in our lives, but know that there's always that golden divine spark in your heart, inviting you back to yourself, inviting you back to your heart, inviting you back to reconnect with your self-love and be able to see that a life of fear is very constrictive, and is that a word, constrictive, and like takes us into very dark places, but it's a choice, and the world of love is a place where we're able to be much more connected to our bodies and our hearts and our self-love. So hope this finds you well. Goodbye from Patch and I, sending so much love.